Warning: this video contains massive spoilers for the following content. If you do not wish to have anything spoiled for you, please stop the video now and come back when you're ready. Thank you. With all that said, let's get into it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cinema Review Avenue on the Queen City Circle channel. I am your host, Jacob. Hope you're all having a great day today. Joining me today are my co-host, Lilith.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Cinema Review Avenue on the Queen City Circle channel. I'm actually your host, Lily, and joining me today is my co-host, Jacob.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cinema Review Avenue. Another co-host is Logan from the Suio2 Twitch Gaming channel. Get us out of this time loop, just like the episode of Marvel's What If.
Oh, that was so campy.
Today, we will be having a spoiler review and discussion on Marvel's What If, Episode 4. What if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands? Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. And don't forget, don't mess with time, children. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. So this episode, if you haven't realized, is dealing a lot with time and Doctor Strange, a little Marvel character we've come to know and like over the years, played miraculously by Benedict Cumberbatch. The whole story revolves around, instead of him going alone, going back to the first Doctor Strange movie, going alone to this conference, he is now picking up Dr. Christina Palmer, and they are going to the conference together in that nice Lamborghini. And so we see them driving, get into a wreck, crash. Christina Palmer does not survive. Because of this, Doctor Strange seeks out the mystic arts, wondering how he can correct that. He ends up becoming the Sorcerer Supreme. The Ancient One dies, like normal. He fights Dormammu. That's all pretty much the same until he decides to use the Eye of Agamotto, which we true fans know contains the Time Stone, and goes back in time to that exact event where he drives repeatedly over and over and over again with Christina Palmer, and she dies every single time. And it's not working, so he decides, all right, I'm just not powerful enough. And he gets a message from the Ancient One, and she calls it a what?
I don't even remember the name of it.
Point in time. Do you remember what it is, Logan?
Absolute.
Yeah,
absolute. An absolute point in time that no matter what you do, it cannot be changed. And like whatever you try, no matter how powerful you are, it cannot be changed. Well, he's like, screw that, and leaves and goes to this ancient library where he ends up becoming pretty much pest control for the universe.
Yeah.
Killing numerous amounts of animals, mythical creatures, and becomes super powerful. But we find out that the Ancient One, when she visited Doctor Strange, had created two timelines within one timeline. So there's a good Doctor Strange, and there's the evil Doctor Strange. And the evil Doctor Strange needs to go fight the good Doctor Strange to become one and get immense amount of power so he can stop this point in time and save Christina Palmer, which he does, but it absolutely destroys his universe. Absolute. That's the end. That's the end of the episode. The universe gets destroyed. Yeah, I mean she
died in his arms.
She totally dies. And I'm telling you, it was amazing. I love this episode. I love the visuals. They were fantastic. I loved the new cape.
Yeah.
Lilith and
Oh,
I
yeah,
both
that
agreed
was-
that Doctor Strange, I think he's called Strange Supreme or something in this one.
That had like the Celtic kind of designs on the back. Yeah, it looks sick.
That collar, though. I mean, let's
The
be
spike
honest. His real name
reminded me
is
of Dracula.
now Sorcerer Armani.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sorcerer Armani.
I'll say that cape, like, yeah, you hit it like right on the head. Like, it was kind of Dracula. Like, it had such like an old, like, romanticized gothic kind of collar to it, and it was just so cool. And Jake pointed out while we were watching that it hit a lot of the same plot points as like Anakin did in the prequel trilogy, with him like turning evil to try to save Padme.
Yeah, this was totally Star Wars.
But-
It was Star Wars and it was Edge of Tomorrow.
But Disney owns Star Wars, so they can plagiarize that as much as they want. But like, man, this episode was fantastic. I gotta be real. This is probably my favorite episode so far. And it's just like barely edging out the Chadwick Boseman episode. Just because this one was really good. The fight was actually fun to watch. Even though there wasn't like a lot of explanation behind it, seeing other powers that Doctor Strange could have was insane to see for me. And overall, like it was just leaps and bounds beyond what I've seen so far from this series. But it kind of makes me feel like I'm right with what I said, I think last week. With it feels like one episode is really good, then the next one is not worth watching, and then the next one is really good. And it's just the pattern that I've seen so far with this.
I feel like the last three have been pretty good though. The only one I would say is the
2
first
through
one.
4 are good.
Yeah, the first one is garbage
I didn't-
compared to these three.
I didn't care for last week's episode.
The murder mystery one.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
I enjoyed it,
Like it was
actually.
definitely a different take on Marvel. You know, sitting there. Hey, we're going to have like that's what I liked about this episode too. Is like they did like here's the normal direction they go. They just went woo. They went that way, and you know they have their main characters last week die. You know, that was wild. And this one, you know, at the very end, you know,
Everybody
the
did.
whole universe is gone. You know,
Yeah.
no one's and the
They're-
whole
they're
plot of it
getting
was
more
him to save.
bold in their deaths.
I
But-
think they're also seeing like the first episode was like, hey, this is our trial into it, and then it kept going like as they were doing it, like, hey, we screwed that one up, so let's try to do better.
So I was actually talking about this earlier while we were watching the episode. So like when the entire universe collapses and it's just Strange left in like that crystalline gem structure, I wonder if that is what breaks apart to create the Infinity Stones, since that version of Strange had like absorbed all of these powers, that once his power to sustain himself inside of there finally gives out and he dies, if it breaks apart, creates the Infinity Stones and sparks the dawn of a new universe.
Oh, I mean that could be. I mean, as we know, the Infinity Stones were created in the Big Bang
Mhm.
back when time did start. So I mean, that is an interesting take on it.
But
you never know.
wouldn't the Infinity Stones already be a thing in that universe since he's using an Infinity Stone?
There's no reason for it not to be able to be a paradox. Every
I
universe
mean, he broke
that-
it. He broke an absolute point in time.
well, I mean, also like at the end
Yeah,
of
but why
every
does that
universe-
create an Infinity Stone?
at the end of every timeline, it could be creating a new timeline. Especially
This
now that
totally
there's no keeper.
just stops timelines, like completely
Did it?
ends it. Yeah,
Did it? Or did it just end the universe?
it ended his timeline's universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta
Until-
remember, there's the multiverse.
Yeah, and then it
There's-
could break apart and create a whole new universe from the death of that one.
I just don't see the Infinity Stones being.
I don't think they're going to be as
anything
important.
I don't think they're going to be anything anymore going on. I think we had our run with the Infinity Stones.
Oh, I'm not even saying like they're going to be like a massive plot point coming up in the future. I'm just saying like this is a way that they could write it in like, oh yeah, that the death of that universe helps create the birth of the next one, and here's how.
By an Infinity Stone.
Yeah, because the Infinity Stones are always there at the dawn of like every universe. Because don't
Well,
even
I think I know where Jake's coming from with it, because he's already got the time stone still with him. But
Yeah.
well, he could also technically he go back in time.
To
I don't even know if that Universe of Strange could go back in time and undo things. I feel like he's destroyed it to the point
Yeah, I
where
think-
there is
yeah.
no past.
like, I
present,
think
or
it's
future.
like he started at one point and it just vaporized
ripple.
that whole line.
Well,
kind of.
that is right. The Sorcerer Supreme, the Ancient One, did say like you keep doing it, you're not going to like it's going to mess up time.
And I mean, like in this one, it was the Watcher himself was even called
Yeah.
out in this one.
That I thought was really cool.
Yeah,
It looked totally different than I expected, but
What did you expect him to look like?
kind of more like
Just Jeffrey Wright? in
no,
his
no,
underwear?
no.
yeah, no animation. It's
Li-
literally just
Literally just Jeffrey Wright.
That I mean, that's probably what Lily wants. I mean,
Just Lily?
I think it's what we all want.
I think
I'm just the only one bold enough
no,
to say.
I like
I think
I
it's
didn't
what we
expect
all
him.
need.
I just didn't expect him to be like all wrinkly and everything like that. Like I expected him to kind of have the same look as what is it? It was kind of from the DC, I'm pretty sure, like
the one
like the
above all.
animated Justice League.
The one above
I just
all
got-
is a Marvel property.
Is that more? I thought that was
Yeah.
DC.
Oh, I don't even. I didn't expect him. to
Where
look
are your
how he
notes
did.
tonight?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about voice acting.
All right.
It was pretty hit or miss for me, but that didn't pick up. I don't think so. We'll cut that part out.
Hey, Lily, you keep cutting out really bad.
Yep, I mentioned that.
Logan, what did you think of the voice acting?
I thought it was really good. Looking it up, they had, Benedict Cumberbatch, Rachel McAdams as Dr. Christine Palmer again, Benedict Wong.
Is
Tilda
that
Swinton-
Rachel McAdams returns?
Rachel, yeah, she as Dr. Christine Palmer. Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One. Yeah, they had the original, and then they had a couple extra voices in there for the others. But I think it was solid. I mean, they kept it true to what the actual, like what was in the original.
Personally, when Christina Palmer dies for the first time, and his reaction, Doctor Strange's reaction, was like, no, Christine. And I was like, wow, that didn't translate well. I felt like there was a lot of things that just did not translate well. I'm not saying it's like, it's not because they're not returning actors. It's more of their vocal emotions are not being picked up the way I would expect, or the way we've seen in live action films. I thought the voice acting is kind of becoming a detriment to this series, I would say.
Yeah, I was literally just on IMDb like double checking because everybody sounded like who they were, and even though you already listed it off, I just wanted to double check for myself in case we had like conflicting websites or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like specifically the Ancient One and Doctor Strange himself, some of their lines just read so awkward. Like there was some like when evil Doctor Strange was attacking good Doctor Strange, there was like a lot of pauses that felt unnecessary and awkward, as if they had just spliced together multiple takes instead of doing one take until they got it right. And even the Ancient One just didn't sound authentic, and they just felt weird and out of place. I don't know how else to describe it. They just felt out of place and wrong, as if they were performed by versions of these actors fresh into the industry instead of who they are today.
Right. Their emotion was just not there
And
behind their voices at all.
And the reason this blows me away so much is because I especially noticed it with Strange, and Benedict Cumberbatch has done a lot of voiceover work
Right.
and was really good at it.
Yeah, I mean, he's the voice of Smaug.
Yeah.
He's the voice of Dormammu in the movie. That's all I got.
Well, those are the ones that I recognize him for, and he was great at
Yeah,
those.
the voice of Smaug alone is like deep. It's provocative.
You can still tell it's Cumberbatch, but it's a performance. And this one just kind of felt phoned in.
Yeah, it's
I get
like
what
they
you
just
mean.
kind of like did it. It could be because of like demonetization. Maybe they couldn't come into the studios. Maybe they just did it over the phone. All of this, yes, that's what it is. This whole show feels like all the actors did it on speakerphone at their house. And they were just like, read your lines. And they were like, oh no, Christine, please don't die.
Yeah.
Perfect. We'll print it. Love it.
Yeah, like
See,
this was all done over a Zoom call or something.
Yes.
I get what you're meaning. Like my take, if it is, you know, that bad, my thing that might help is I wish they would do it alongside like the takes of the actual show. Like actually see what they're like it looking at it seems like they were reading lines without knowing the plot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like without seeing what's going on. So that might have been something that would have helped. But I understand where you're all coming from. My big thing, I was just really happy that it was same cast people, because as we've seen, like some of the big people they didn't have.
But I mean, does it
Like-
really matter if like the big name
That's true.
actors are returning, but they're not delivering the type of
At
performance
100%.
that we're getting in the live action films?
That is true.
And they all sound off. They all sound weird, like their voices have been put through like a filter or something, and it's so distracting, big time. But I would have to say, when it comes to the animation on this one, I'm all on board for the animation at this point. At this one I was like, wow. I even said it while we were watching. I said, this is literally a Telltale game. I'm watching cutscenes from a Telltale game, and I love it. And the cinematography in this one and artwork alone, like all those different creatures, the look of Doctor Strange, Strange Supreme, the
I love the color
backgrounds.
palette,
Oh my goodness, it was
especially in the fight between both Stranges. Like that color palette was the reds and the blues and everything, just gorgeous.
Yeah.
chef's kiss. Chef's
It's
kiss.
chef's kiss.
It was fantastic. I loved it. I thought it was one of the best. This, I mean, it's the T'Challa one with Star-Lord, and this one are like my two favorites right now. Now, would you say, Lily, this is your favorite one?
Yeah.
Out of the four? Okay.
Yeah, this is my favorite so far.
Gotcha. Logan?
I'd still have to say I out of the plot, I think my favorite one was with T'Challa. The glasses are crooked, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Those are really dirty.
Yeah. The T'Challa one I really liked because the whole plot. This one I think had the best color palette, you know, done with everything. Like it was super dark at the beginning, but then like at the end when they had the fight, as I said, it had the gorgeous colors, you know, all mixed up. You know, especially when that what was like a raven, that blue raven popped up.
Speaking of Raven, as soon as that came out, I said, "Oh my gosh, it's Raven from the Teen Titans."
Yeah. I thought
Lily
something
was like,
different, but
"It's wrong universe."
It's Raven from the hit Disney show. That's so Raven.
That's so Raven.
I'm out.
Gosh, what a callback. What a way to show our age there, Lily.
We're old.
No, I thought it was the raven from My Hero Academia.
Oh, I also did like the Naruto character in this one. What was his name?
Uh, Ben?
No, the Naruto character.
Oh, yeah.
Who was it?
Sasuke with the Sharingan and Renegon.
Yes, special appearance from a Naruto character. The blue and red-eyed character. Classic callback. Do I watch Naruto? No.
No one did.
But did we happen to be talking about that character before we watched it today? You bet we did.
Extensively.
Extensively. Like I felt like I was in school, animation school, Shogun school, Naruto school,
Shut up.
vocational
Shut up.
school.
Hey, nothing wrong with vocational school, damn it.
Private school, boarding school,
That's a lot of schools.
high college.
I learned him.
I learned them all. I learned
Yeah,
all the
got learned.
Narutos. I know all the Narutos now.
All the Naruto.
All the
I-
Narutos.
We're doing a review episode on the entirety of Naruto, okay? Because that's the only way I can get everybody to watch it. That's it. Jake, if you cut this in the editing room, I'll just comment it everywhere. That's it. I'm gonna make them all watch Naruto.
We're going to Naruto school. But anyway, back
Would rather watch
to
One Piece.
Marvel's What If. Sorry for anybody who had to experience that. Yeah, the animation I enjoyed. Cinematography was fantastic. Would I say that this is my favorite episode out of them all? It's pretty up there. I might have to still say it's the Star-Lord one. As much as I like this one, there was so much that was like taking me out of it, especially the voice acting and like the reactions, and it was good. It was really, it's my second favorite. It's my second favorite one. It would have to go episode 2, episode 4, episode 3, and then Million
just like-
Miles of Dirt, and then episode 1. But I did like the episode 1 callback in this. I actually thought when the tentacle monster came out, the Cthulhu monster, I thought Captain Carter was going to jump out and he was going to be like, get back down in there.
Just hey.
I mean, was
time.
just
Like
was I
number
the
3
only
because
one?
you like 3 because Benicio del Toro. That's why you like it.
Yeah, I would like 3 if Benicio del Toro was even in episode 3, but he's in episode 2. Get your facts straight.
2. All right, my bad. Sorry, my bad.
Anyway, when it
I'm
comes to my ranking, it definitely is episode 4 at the forefront. Just because this is the only episode where I feel like I should also preface this by saying I still don't like the animation. I still don't like the way it looks.
I don't know why. I mean, I
it's
think it's
just ugly to me. I
Okay.
don't like it. I don't.
So you
like
don't
this
like Telltale
animation
games?
style. I don't. And that's. I have nothing to back that up. There's no like reason. It's just my opinion. I don't like the way that looks. It's not aesthetically pleasing to me. But this was the first episode where it wasn't like distracting at points. Like in some of the other ones, I would get like taken out and it would be kind of jarring. When they transition from like their 2D to 2.5D or however it is they're doing this. But with this one, the fight scenes, I was just lost in the fight scene. I was lost in the plot. And I didn't care as much about the animation. And if they can keep doing that, then yeah.
Did we not care that like this plot was pretty much a ripoff of Edge of Tomorrow and Star Wars though?
No, because it's fun.
I care less.
But I mean, was I the only one that picked up on those like hardcore references? Like, we've all seen Edge of Tomorrow here, right?
Yeah.
I
Well,
have-
my
You've not seen Edge of Tomorrow?
wow. So basically, have you seen Groundhog's Day?
Get out.
yeah,
don't-
I've seen Groundhog's Day.
Okay, it's same concept, but
Well, I've seen half of it.
But 10 times.
oh yeah,
better.
much better, much better. But I'm just saying, same concept.
How have
That's
you
what I
not
like.
seen what? Commentary Plaza.
Oh.
Coming up, we're watching Edge of Tomorrow. You heard it here first. Before Naruto. We're gonna take you to Tom Cruise school, Emily Blunt school, Bill Paxton school,
Isn't that his last movie?
Alien School. I don't know if it's his last movie. Time Travel School.
I mean, all I know is I don't care if I see the same story 12 times, as long as they make it good. And this story might have been done before, but I liked what they did with it.
I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. It's definitely my second favorite. Your thoughts, Logan?
Overall, I liked it. I'm probably gonna side with you on it, Jake. With the ranking wise, 2, 4, 3, 1. Just because I definitely do like the one with T'Challa because it had all the characters that changed. Like Thanos became a good guy and everything like that. But you know, close second because the opposite direction they went with it. You know, everyone dies. Everyone dies, and
Yeah, pretty much.
that's very unlike Marvel. Like usually there's a happy ending to it, or
Well, I mean,
somewhat like
we did get like build up to that from the previous episode of them killing off
yeah, well, yeah,
mainstay characters.
but at the end of it, they still the others were still alive, and yeah, Loki did take over and everything, but there could have still been some uprising to fix it all. But
Yeah, because
like,
Captain Marvel's gonna do the same thing she did in Endgame and just show up and be OP as crap and totally pointless
yeah,
to the I'm done.
but yeah, I definitely liked how this one there was no good side of an ending. Like there was no way this could change. Like everyone's dead and it's game over.
My thoughts. I hope this is not true, but I do think that all of these shows are building up to be interconnected. Like we're gonna get Strange Supreme, we're gonna get Captain Carter, we're gonna get T'Challa Star-Lord, we're gonna get maybe not the murder mystery episode characters, but
They're just going to let them stay killed off.
we're gonna get all these characters in the Marvel's What If, and they're gonna bring them together and they're like their own mini Avengers episode. That's my prediction. And if that's what they're doing, I will not like it whatsoever because I like the fact that they are self-contained, isolated stories, and you don't need to constantly build up to something greater. Take a breath, Marvel. Stop trying to be some gargantuan Cthulhu creature that comes out of this portal with 1 billion tentacles. I'm cool with just seeing one tentacle every once in a while.
I actually don't think that's what we're headed towards.
Okay.
I think these are just self-contained episodes. I think if anything, there might be Easter eggs to these episodes in future like multiversal events in the main series. Like maybe in the upcoming Spider-Man movie or the upcoming Doctor Strange movie, we'll like dimension hop, and we'll see a small, lonely, evil Stephen Strange floating off in the distance in a void.
Or we
And
might
then-
see Captain Carter.
Yeah, and then we'll just go right on through.
So you think these characters are going to show up in like the Spider-Man movie?
No, I don't think they're gonna show up like as characters. I think they might like be in the background.
Easter
Like
eggs.
little Easter eggs.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. I think that's like the only sort of interconnectedness these would ever have. I don't think they're meant to be massive. I think it's just kind of be like, oh hey, these were fun.
I hope. I don't want to be right on that prediction, but I honestly believe that they are trying to bring them all in like their little Avengers get together. They're waiting for their shawarma scene.
I don't know.
Could be.
I think at max the only character that comes out of this as canon is the Watcher. I think that's pretty much it.
I did like how the Watcher was like addressed in this, and
Well, actually came down and talked to Strange. Like,
Well, not even came
And-
down. There was just nothing left else in the
Yeah, you're
universe.
yeah, it's just hey, you
hey,
screwed up. You can't fix it.
but the fact that he didn't intervene, I thought was a great restraint on Marvel's part, because I thought they were actually going to have him fix that universe. And I was like, please do not screw up the Watcher on episode 4. You know,
Because
me
even
and,
as he said, I'm just here to watch.
right, me and Lily talked. The Watcher has intervened in the comics before, but I'm glad that they're restraining him in this show. And maybe, hopefully, we talked that as this show goes on, because it is considered canon, that the live action movies will continue and the live action shows will continue. Maybe 10 years down the line, it gets really, really, really bad. Like we have another like Infinity War level threat where there's no salvation anymore by the Avengers and they're just totally screwed. And then the Watcher's like, okay, now I'll intervene, something like that in the live action films.
See, I think the only thing that they would like end up using it for is maybe like 10, 15 years down the line when there's so many different properties doing so many different things with so many different timelines connected to each franchise and they just need a hard reset, then maybe they'll have the Watcher and the One Above All intervene.
Rewind.
Yeah, I know. Marvel really needs to start introducing like its god characters, its entity characters. I'm thinking like Eternals will open that bridge.
If the One Above All is not played by Kevin Feige or Jon Favreau,
That'd be a good one.
That would be.
Yep. Just like Kevin Feige walks out into the universe and he's got his classic ball cap. He's like, so here we have an issue with the Marvel series, and I'm gonna fix it.
yeah,
Just walks out on a stage and you just hear each step. Like,
So.
hey, what
that'd
you're
be fun.
watching is a mess up.
Absolutely. But yes, that is our thoughts, our review and discussion on Marvel's What If episode 4. I like how it's going. They've definitely course corrected from the first episode. So far, the first episode is the weakest of the length, and every single one since then I've found something enjoyable about. So I'm enjoying how this series is going to go. I don't know how many episodes it's going to be. Does anybody know off the top of their head?
It should be
Give me
ending
one.
soon.
Like 8 episodes?
I know what the next episode's going to be.
Do
It's
you?
already on IMDb. Yes. The next episode. What if Thor was banished to Earth but was still worthy of his mantle?
Oh,
So a little bit.
okay. We'll see where this goes.
All right. Consists of 9 episodes,
9 episodes. All right.
concluding on October 6th. It is part of Phase 4 of the MCU.
So we're kind of halfway there. Kind of
Yeah.
halfway through it. I don't know if they'll make any more. I mean, this could be a show they could easily keep making seasons on over and
Because
over
they have
again.
so many characters to go over that.
Right, and then
we
so
might not
many
get
different
introduced to.
storylines they can just conjure up and constantly go back to old characters and stuff like that. I'm enjoying it. It's fun. And I thought the 30-minute mark would actually be a detriment, but I'm actually enjoying the 30-minute mark. I don't feel like I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to watch an hour of this. I'm in, I'm out. I got a little bit of fun, a little bit of enjoyment, some nice storytelling, and I don't have to consume my entire day by watching like a 2.5-hour show.
I agree. I think some episodes could have benefited from being longer, and some of them maybe
Especially after
didn't.
3,
Yeah, and some of them maybe didn't even need to be that long. But
the first one.
yeah, so if anything, I don't think they need to be like too concerned about the 30-minute mark. But I don't mind it if they keep it here.
45 minutes. I would say that's like probably the longest they should go.
No, yeah, I'm saying if like they wanted to do like a more intricate, longer story for like the season finale or the season or episode 1 of season 2, they wanted to like stretch that out to 45 minutes to an hour, I would not complain as long as they kept the writing and production quality as good as they have for the last couple episodes.
True. I would
The
be all right
30-minute
with that.
mark isn't terrible, but I wouldn't mind if they did longer either.
I enjoy it. So, but that's it. That's our last and final thoughts on this episode. Thank you everybody for coming out and listening. Be sure to remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you get notifications for our new videos coming up. We got a couple videos that are going to be coming down the pipeline. We have a review for The Suicide Squad. We also have a review for Reminiscence. And we got some more material that we're working on. So thank you for being patient. Continue to share, help our channel grow. And we hope that you enjoy our content. And if there's anything specific you want to see or for us to check out, please leave a comment. Other than that, I've been your host, Jacob. My co-host, awesome as always, Lilith, Logan from the Suio2 Twitch Gaming channel. Be sure to check out his Twitch Gaming channel, and we will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.
Later.